My name is Swendley and welcome to another video on the subject of gesture drawing. It's been a while, but in the meantime some of you have requested for me to do more videos of me gesture drawings like the last one I posted. So this is what this one is going to be about, and as you can see I already prepared the reference, which again I got from Pinterest, and I also marked the leading edge, which is marked by the purple arrows that you're seeing here. And if you're not familiar with the concept of the leading edge, you can look at some of my previous videos in which I explain that in more detail. Uh, so what the leading edge basically is the edge of the body that is leading the action. So if the movement were to continue, it would continue in the direction of the leading edge. Okay, so start drawing. I will start with this one, and this one I'll do a bit different. Let me stay zoomed out, it's better. I will do it a bit different than previous drawings in the sense that I'm going to play with shapes and proportions a little bit. So let's see. This is the top of the shoulder. This goes over into the hips. Just draw a simple shape there. It's more rounded. Go with the center line. This leg is coming towards us. Going to make it really long. Let's see how this works out. When you decide to play with the shapes and proportions, it's always a risk, of course, because there is no guarantee that the drawing will come out looking good. But just need to relax and have some fun. Don't pressure yourself too much and make any kind of perfect drawings. As I said in previous videos, just relax and enjoy the process. Let me see, this leg is going away from us. I'm going to exaggerate that a little bit. Just need to make sure it's not too much as to lose the feeling that that the figure has in the reference. So even though I'm playing with the shapes and the proportion, I still want to maintain the same gesture, the same feeling that I'm getting from the reference. Okay, so his shoulders are pushing up a little bit. Got the arm sticking out here. Going in space like this. Changing the angle there a little bit. Let me see, its shoulder also pushing up. Lower arm is coming in at a sharper angle compared to the other one. His finger is stretching. Just making the arm a little longer to match the other one. Okay, so his head is bending over like this. Like in the muscles of his neck there. I'm just checking my drawing compared to the reference. I noticed that in the reference this shoulder is a bit higher compared to that one. It have to be something more like this. And since I'm working in digital, I can erase, because when I work on paper, usually I work with pens and markers, so erasing is not possible most of the time. Since I'm working digital, I'm making good use of the tool. Okay, see. Starting to deal with his clothing. Going over. This is hanging. There's a clear sense of stretch here. Also some folds. I'm working with a pretty thick brush, so I can't really put in much detail because the drawing can start becoming muddy and unclear pretty quick. You see the fabric stretching. It's down, over. Folds there, also here. Going over. Making sure to make good use of overlaps to show depth. Drawing the shape of his calf. Going over the knee. Helps me to clarify the direction the legs are going in. Add some darks there. Draw some quick shapes for the ears. Some shapes for the hair. Adding a flat tone just to separate the different masses. Okay, some darks here. Continue adding more of his clothing. elbow. Just to add a bit more of anatomical structure to his arms. See, just a quick indication of his shoes. The wrap around his foot. Okay, quick drop shadow. When I'm adding the drop shadow, I need to take into account the perspective, because the shape will make or break the illusion. Make it a bit darker. Yeah, that's it. Okay, basically got the gesture and the character down, so anything that comes afterwards is really just refining what I already have. I think his shoulders should push out a little more there anyways. See. Yeah, that's better. Okay, that was one of them. Let me go for another one. Think I'm going for this one next. Yeah, let's do that one. Okay, so I really start in the area of the leading edge. Let me see. Do this one. Over. Pushing back around the knee. See, define the hip structure there. Just to make sure I'm attaching the legs properly. His thigh is coming towards us. See the bottom of his shoe there. Just doing a quick indication to start with. His chest is really pushing out. Arms stretching. It's kind of a tangent between his arm and his leg there. Let me see how I can avoid that. I think I'll just angle his arms like this in my drawings, see if it works. Okay, I'm looking for the how this arm connects to the other one. Comes out here in the shoulders. Then you can't see what's happening back there, but I like to draw it anyway, just to help me make sure I'm placing things properly. Over, where's this bending? Looking for the pit of the neck. I'll plug in the rib cage to give me a little structure. Pit of the neck is around here. Looking for the rhythmic relationships between the front of the torso and the head and the neck. It's bending. To put this eye line somewhat higher. Okay, start drawing some of, start drawing his clothing here. Going over. Let's pull. For me, this drawing has a great sense of speed, so I'm using the clothing to help me emphasize and communicate that. I'm making the clothing somewhat looser on his body compared to the reference, just to create, for me, it creates a better sense of movement when it's drawn in this way. Okay, go over his thighs, go around. Pull in this direction. Okay, around, slow leg. Just a very quick indication of his knee, not going to uh, not go into any extreme details in the anatomy at this point. still just a gesture drawing, so my primary focus is to capture the gesture, the action. Okay, around. Add some tone to the bottom of his shoe. Just some rough detailing here. See, I really want to make sure I capture all the energy that is going into the chest here. And again, this is the leading edge of the pose. See if we can add a bit of the expression. Since the brush I'm working with is quite thick, as I said, things can quickly become unclear, so I'm just doing some rough indications. Drawing the shape of his hair. Refining the shape of his head. Adding a flat tone to his hair shape here. Okay, adding the ball. Quick abstract shape for the shadow on the ground, just so the character doesn't look like he's floating. See, quick indication of the eyes. Alright, so that's it. Save this one. Let's hide this and bring out the other one. Okay, so as you saw, I still captured the same gesture that we had in the reference, but I took some liberties to play with the shapes and the proportion. And as long as you maintain the path of rhythm that is present in the reference, you will be able to play with the shapes and proportions that in between and still maintain the integrity of the action in some sense. So okay, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. And if you're enjoying them, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And if you have any requests for subjects you would like me to specify more on, feel free to leave that in the comments. And I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Bye bye.